if you're a Taurus born April 20th to May 20th, what can you expect for the month of April 2020? Let's tune in and find out. Well, there's a really beautiful opportunity for you this month to really give birth to a new you, and to also recognize how much you do have, and and the strength that you have, and and the commitment to yourself, to actually dig a little deeper, to know yourself, and at the same time to be able to just giving birth to a new identity is what's coming up. So there's this real opportunity for you guys to chip away or work at the parts of yourself that maybe aren't so strong, the parts of yourself that need forgiving, the parts of yourself that you need to bring in a little closer. So it's interesting. I've been asking for each sign, because each sign is different. We all have different aspects, but there's this overall aspect that each of us share in our signs. And I wanted to get to that by asking this question, in terms of the pandemic and in terms of what's going on globally. Why is this happening for you? So why is this happening for you, Taurus? So let's see what that answer is. Why is this happening for you, Taurus? So it's happening for you to get you to wake up, stop wasting time, and stop working so hard at things that don't matter, to stop pushing yourself in ways that are going to destroy you, that aren't good for you, aren't good for your family, aren't good for your community. You're being asked to look at where you're wasting time through overworking, overdoing, overstimulating. In particular for you, working from fear of not having enough, working from fear, or working from pride, the need to have so much, the need to be, on the top, right? So you're being asked to look at different aspects of you that are outdated, that don't serve you anymore, that really are just no longer a necessity. It's not necessary for you anymore. As with internet, as with programs, we see that everything needs an upgrade, right? Even us, our personalities, our egos, we all need an upgrade. We need to let go, and in particular for you, Taurus, let go of the things that are no longer working in your life, including you, the way in which you work, how hard you work, and the type of even the work that you do. So really beautiful, Taurus, for you to slow down and examine your work, and how hard you're working, and why are you working, and what's it for, and are those things still important now today, or with the changing climate is something new being revealed to you? And the way we get those answers, this is nothing I'm going to give you, this is something you give to yourself, is by asking yourself a question, right? Which is, is this important to me right now? Or what direction do I see my life taking? Or what is the best direction for me, right? Asking questions of spirit, of yourself, and letting go, and then listening, and then observing and noticing what's coming in, where the answers are showing up for you. It's really important that you give yourself this time to do this, because you're going to be happier, and the people in your life are going to be happier, and they're going to get more of you, all aspects of you, right? And it'll allow you to really love more of yourself, and to really relax into just how great you are. And you always don't have to be working and pushing and toiling to be better, or to do better, or right? So this is a little bit more around allowing and connecting with those parts of yourself that you're a little rusty on connecting, whether that's communication, whether it's self-acceptance, whether it's self-love. Only you can say, but by asking the questions, it's going to help you. Okay, so let's look at romantic relationships for you, Taurus. What's in store for you? Well, it looks like there's an opportunity for you to slow down, and in slowing down, be able to hear what your partner has to say. But more importantly, I feel like you're going to be able to divulge some truth. I feel like when you slow down, the clock stops ticking, and you're left with yourself, you're going to feel some things that need to be said. You're going to feel some things that you've been running from, or working so hard that you don't have to face. And whether that's about yourself, whether it's about your relationship, but there's a desire inside of you for things to be better, and a desire inside of you to be heard. So I feel like this is an opportunity for you to slow down, to feel what that is and what the desire is for you to be seen and heard with your partner. And I feel like this month you're given the chance to do that. You're given the chance to have conversation around that. You're given the chance to speak up without running so fast. And like my sides hurt, guys. Like I'm like, like I just, you guys do work so hard, move. That's just like literally like my sides are hurting. So I think this month there is this forced slowing down. So there's this expansion that's happening where you are forced to give birth. It's like, wow, I got to talk about this or I'm going to explode, or I got to say something, or maybe you have exploded because, you just couldn't keep it in anymore. So whether it's an explosion that happens, whether it's a birth that happens, but there is an awakening to you to get to know you. And it's happening because you're slowing down and you're not running anymore, trying to pay the bills or trying to build a life or build this or do that, right? So welcome it, get to know yourself, and then share yourself with your partner, because that's what's available for you. Now, for those of you that are single, it's the same thing, only in reverse, where you get to know you. Your partnership is with yourself. The opportunity is to get to know yourself. The opportunity is to slow down and not look outside of yourself or look for another relationship to be busy with or to go help them or go make, because a lot of you Taurus love to help people, love to do things. You're the salt of the earth. Like, let me take that on. Let me fix that. Let me do that, right? So you're being asked no to do that for yourself. The world's not going to fall apart if you stop and take care of you for a moment, because what will happen is it will cause other people to step up for themselves. You pulling back and taking care of you and noticing for yourself and not looking outward to go rescue or to go take care of somebody else is going to force you to figure out what it is that you need. And in those moments, then once you know what you need, what feels good to you, now you'll be able to start to move slowly into having more conversations and connecting with other people and doing it for the right reasons, and not because they might like you or these other things that have a place in time, but not now, not when we're being asked to really do some deep dive into our own psyche and into our own desires. So as far as romantic relationships, I see you falling in love with yourself. I feel like that's what this April is setting yourself up to do, is really take care of you. Now, there may be those of you that are online having good conversations and depth with people. That's fine, but bring yourself to that relationship. Reflect with each other. What is it that I need? I don't know. Let me ask, and then see what, and then share it with the partner. Wow, I just discovered that this is XYZ is what I need in a relationship. You ask yourself, what do you need, right? So it could be like a friendship or a bonding connection, but you're not asking for the other person to fill you up. You're asking to discover what it is that you need, and then you fill yourself up, right? And then share that experience with somebody else. Now you're vibrating at a whole new level, and you're really creating a much more deep relationship, because this is because of the way it is right now in most places. Now, a lot of places you guys don't have the restrictions that I'm experiencing here in Los Angeles. There are a lot of places in the world where there's a lot of freedom yet. You're still able to move around. Some countries have already moved through this. You're back business as sort of trying to get back to normal. But the problem is it's not a problem. We have a time. We have this brief moment in history where everything is stopped and Spirit's asking you not to waste it. So allow yourself, Taurus, to work on yourself instead of just working. Okay, let's look at career, Taurus. You may be asked to step aside or step down, or to give something that you're doing to somebody else. This doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily a slap to you or a negative thing. Think of it this way, as people taking stuff off your plate and freeing you up. That gives you more time, more freedom to be more creative. So I see some things being taken away from you in terms of work. And so there's a lighter load. Those of you that are in the medical field, it may be that there's more hands on deck, or that you're getting proper supplies and things like that that make your load a little bit lighter. But I just see some things being taken away that were harder or made life harder for you. So I definitely feel like whatever's being taken away is to you. It's like almost like you're sinking and it's being taken away and now you can float. So it's a good thing. Whatever is being taken away from you, you need to say to yourself, this is a good thing. You're a good thing. Otherwise I would drown under this. And something, when something's removed, space is made and something else can now roll in that's better and higher and of more value for you. All right, let's look at money for Tauruses. So you're being asked, Taurus, to stay low to the ground. And when I think of that low to the ground, I think it's like keeping money close to your chest, not spending a lot of money, laying low, not being extravagant, not overspending, not, not living life normally, but being more conservative, staying low to the ground. And doing that, it's just going to give you more control over your money. It's going to allow you to feel calmer and just like I've got this. So it's more deeply rooted and calm when you're low to the ground. It's just going to make you feel like you're more stabilized and more balanced, that you can handle, anything that's going on. Okay, let's see if there's anything else about money. There is someone that may be generous with you this month, towards the end of the month, that may write you a check or give you some money. So I do see that there's a generous soul around you who has extra, no paying it back. So whether it's $100, whether it's $1,000, whether it's $10,000, I do see like some generosity of money coming towards you. It may be family or somebody who's like family, but it's, and don't let your pride get in the way. Say thank you, accept it, allow it in, because when you allow that money in, it circulates and it does good. It does good for you. It does good for the person who's giving it. Okay, so let's move into your health, Taurus. Anything about your health? Sinuses is coming up, Taurus. Sinuses usually a lot of times reflect self-hatred, anger towards oneself. So if you've noticed that you've been upset or angry with yourself, whether it's shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever the conversation is, or wish you would have, whatever, sold your house, made a car payment, whatever, it sold this, sold that. You're just being asked to let go. Really, forgiveness is going to keep that irritation out of the sinuses, because everything is connected. And when we're really angry with ourselves, or when we're chastising ourselves, or I should have done that and I didn't do that, and why wasn't I thinking, and it just builds up, right? And it's an energy, and so I see it affecting more the sinuses. So really, you can take control over that by just loving those parts of yourself, right? When you find yourself irritated with a part of yourself, just bring it in, love it. Say, did our best. We did our best, It's a great, we did our best to that part of yourself that wants to struggle with you, or wants to fight, or wants to be angry with you. But the other thing is just with your energy level, just taking care of your energy, noticing when you're tired and resting and relaxing, and not pushing yourself too hard. For those of you that may be pregnant and about to give birth, it's, again, pacing, paying attention, and then using that spiritual connection that you have with yourself, that we're going to be fine, we're going to be good, doors will open up, everything will be perfect in perfect timing, right? And just using that faith and that resilience to know that everything is on time and as expected, right? And that's going to support you. So let go of any fear of not getting what you want, or your baby not getting what it needs. It's all going to be perfect. Okay, and let's see if there's anything unexpected for Taurus for this month. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be some unexpected laughs or surprises. I don't know if it's just like an online family reunion that you do, or a birthday party, or the birth, but it's just like this online celebration, and it just feels fun. Whether it's a group of couples that you're friends with, and on a Saturday night you're all doing a Zoom call together and playing a game or whatever, but it just feels like it's unexpected fun. It feels like it's creative. Feels a little crafty, like you're thinking about it and create it. But it definitely has this unexpected sweetness to it and this connection of pleasure. So I just feel like April, there's going to be some unexpected moments of pleasure for you that you weren't anticipating. So enjoy yourself, Taurus. Have fun. Let your friends see you and that lighthearted part of yourself that's really there, and take it all in and enjoy it. And for those of you with birthdays in April, happy birthday. Enjoy it, take it in, celebrate yourself. And I look forward to connecting with you guys next month. Have a wonderful April. And if you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends, comment below, and I'll see you again next month.